What's up, everybody? Straw Hats Are Cool here, and we are back with some One Piece trading card game online simulator content. Today we're going to be taking another look at Enel. It's a deck I already have covered on the channel once with my slightly memey Olin build. Still love that build, one of my favorite decks to play, and man, when you hit that Olin in life, you sure do feel powerful. But Enel is a deck I've been trying to take a little bit more seriously as I am preparing for the national championships, which will be happening in just about 2 weeks now at the time of this recording. So Enel is one of the decks I am liking a little bit more in the current format, to be honest with you. Not been the biggest fan of the OP05 format in general. It feels like it's just a very high rolly format, and none of the decks have really clicked with me, but Enel's one I've been liking a little bit more. So we're trying out another build today. We're trying out this Rush Katakuri. I've been hearing some people talk about it, and yesterday Eggman hosted his half case tournament, and another creator, Artress TCG, did get second place in the event using Enel, and he was running the 2 copies of the Katakuri. So I decided we'd try that out today. Shout out to Artress TCG. Does some really great gameplay content, so if you haven't already, highly recommend checking out. I think he deserves more subscribers than he has right now, so go show Artress some love if you have not done so already. But this is the list I have. It's not the exact list that Artress used. I've got some slight differences. He was running 4 Katakuris. I'm only running 3. He was running only 1 Big Mom, I believe. I'm running 2. So I think maybe that's where I traded. I think he was only running 1 Brule as well. Not quite sure where I made my other changes, but the deck is pretty similar to the one he got second place with, so congrats to him. And I've been hearing some talk about the Katakuri, so I thought, why not try it out on the channel, since I've been liking the Katakuri deck quite a bit. So a lot of your normal stuff. You've got your Shirahoshis, Katakuris, your Capones, of course. I've seen Shirahoshi fluctuate between 3 and 4 in these decks, but I'm running 4 right now. I could see maybe dropping down to 3 to play another Sanji, but I feel like a lot of times I'd rather have the Shirahoshi to fix my hand or just see this out of life over the Sanji, so decided to cut on that Sanji. Of course, you got to run your 4 Yamatos. Been running 2 Enel. Have very mixed feelings on this card, as sometimes it's really great and a lot of times it's really terrible, but right now we're trying out the 2 and it's felt pretty good. Of course, got our Ohm. 3 Gadatsu. I think right now you should be running 3 to 4 copies. Right now I'm just running the 3, which has been fine. Another card I've liked and been trying out is the just the 5/7. It's the snake. I forgot its name. Nola, I think it is. And that's been pretty good in certain matchups. 2 Konus is just another searchable 2K. Satori, it's a searchable 2K and it triggers. Shura, it's a good trigger body, and one thing to point out with this one in particular is that on 10 Dawn you can play Shura and then Katakuri in the same turn, so put that back into life and then you can trigger, get another search, which is pretty powerful. Got the Holy, the Katakuri, which is supposed to be pretty good in the Sakazuki matchup from my understanding of things, but haven't tried it out too much myself, so we'll see how things go. 2 Brule, the Big Moms, 3 Thunderbolt, and 2 Amaru. So this is a list. We're gonna try it out. It's pretty standard list, but trying out some fun things like the Katakuri, so we will see how things go. Before we get into the gameplay though, as always, I do just want to say thank you to everyone who's been showing the channel support recently. We've seen a lot of growth in the last month. We've recently passed 2,000 subscribers, so really big milestone, and can't believe we've already gotten there. If you haven't already, do consider checking out the Discord. Plan on doing some more giveaways there soon. And we just have a lot of fun talking about the game in general, as well as the market. So if that sounds like fun to you, I will have a link for the Discord in the video description, as well as a link for my TCG Player affiliate. Using that link, if you buy any products off of TCG Player, a small percentage of your purchase will go towards supporting me in the channel. But enough about all of that. Let's go ahead and dive into some gameplay. Alrighty, we've got a game here against Sakazuki. We're going to be going first in this matchup, so I think we will try and maybe starve the first life, see if we can get a better hit off of the Hidatsu here, though maybe not. We could end up just playing the Ohm as well. I did forget to mention at the deck profile, I am playing these games on one of the ranked discords, so if you're not familiar with those, I will have a link to the ranked discord in the video description, hopefully, assuming I remember to put it there. I am going to go ahead and attack for 5, and I'm just going to play out the Brûlée, maybe see if we can gonna trigger the Great Eruption there, see if we can't bait out some removal with it. But yeah, there are some discords who are doing ranked stuff, so you get an MMR and it'll log your matchups and whatnot, so I'm trying out. I've been playing on there quite a bit, having some fun with that, so that's what we're doing right now. Hopefully I'll remember to put the link in the description, but if not, just there are lots of creators who are talking about those ranked servers, so that's what we're doing right now. Let's go ahead and swing for 6, and I think we're going to be playing out the Ohm here. Hopefully we find the Holy. We do. We're going to play that out. Now we got a couple bodies on the board, which is pretty good. The Gadatsus aren't great here, and we haven't seen any top end yet, which is not great. Really, we'd like to see like a Big Mom or why am I forgetting the name? Yamato. So those are kind of what we're hoping to see in our next couple draws here. Could have something in life as well. I'm going to take this one. We do get a Katakuri, not the one we'd like to see, but at least that's a top end body for us. It's like they're going to be getting both of our bodies. Well, no, they're only getting one. They don't have enough Dawn to play the Lucci. That's nice. So they're going to be getting the one body there. Get the trigger, though I do think we're not going to use it. Want to keep a healthy hand size. There's a Yamato, so we've got that for next turn, which is pretty good. Though we don't have a lot of great plays this turn. We can play the Gadatsu to KO Hina, which is both a good and a bad thing since it does put Hina back in their trash, which I kind of want, but I think we will go ahead and do that. And then let's just go ahead and swing a couple times at the Borsellino. They've only got 4 cards in hand. If they choose to protect it, they're going to be down even more in hand size, which is pretty good for us. They are going to give us 1 there. They may even block here, which they do. And we'll pass back to our opponent. Not in the worst position ever. We've got some big bodies now. Potentially may even end up playing the Katakuri here so we can put the Brûlée back in life, as that's a better one to put back in life, and then save the Yamato for a little later, since that's more of a unconditional heal, whereas the Katakuri we need to have something on board. So if we've still got the Brûlée on board, we may do that. They do end up just passing here, which I think was probably a mistake, but not too sure about that one. I'm gonna go ahead and swing 5 here and see if they want to block it free. They do. So now we can start swinging into this Borsellino again. They do decide to just let it go there. And then we're going to swing another 6. Then I am just going to play the Katakuri to put that on the bottom. I feel like that had to have been a misclick. I don't see any reason why they would have just passed there. A little bit confused. Maybe, well, they're still playing it out. I don't know. This one may not end up getting uploaded, but I don't know. I might still upload this one. You got to showcase kind of some of my thought process in the early game. Things like swinging into the Borsalino, just trying to get cards out of their hand, as opposed to going for life, which could be insightful to some players. So may end up keeping this one, but we'll see how the game ends up going. Putting 1 dot on the leader, going to swing 6 into the Holy. I'm actually going to protect the Holy here, just because it's another body and it's going to force some more resources out of my opponent's hand if they want to get rid of it. And they're going to be using the Lucci to get rid of both, which is pretty good for them. Let's see. I could play the Yamato to just KO the Lucci, which doesn't sound too bad. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. Just get the body off the board there. And I think I'm going to ignore the Hina for now. I'm just going to go for life. They want to... they're not going to be able to finish me off next turn, so I think this is fine. And if they've got another Rebecca, I'd rather them not be able to Hina my Yamato. So just kind of trying to force them to use some more resources to remove the Yamato. Probably going to be just attacking the Holy here, which is fine. They're already down to 1 life, which is pretty good. Oh, again, it does seem like maybe there was a misclick there at one point, but they are playing it out, so we'll just let it be. They are just going to attack the Holy, which is fine. No point in protecting that right now. Got 5 cards in hand. If they want to be able to KO this, it's going to cost them quite a bit of resources. It's down to 6 right now. They've got the Rebecca. There is no Hina in trash though, which is good. So yeah, and they end up just disconnecting there, but that is why we didn't attack the Hina there, because if we had, they would have been able to grab it back, and then they would have been able to play another Lucci to KO the Yamato, which would have been pretty bad for us. So definitely some mistakes there from our opponent. I think there was a misclick there as well, but I think we will upload this one. We did get to showcase some of the thought processes when you're playing against this matchup, which I think could be insightful to some newer players. But let's go ahead now and try and find another game here. Alrighty, we've got a game now against Katakuri. So a yellow mirror. They are choosing to go second. We don't have a great curve. The big mom's good, but I do think I'm gonna mulligan. We want to do a little better than this. Do lots of top end. All right, not great, but we do still have, I mean, we've got our top end, but we just really need to find something else to play. We do top deck the Shuro, which is pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and attack the one time. If we find a Gadatsu here, that's pretty good, because if they play something on 4, we're chilling. They do trigger the Parasparrow, which is a bit annoying. And we do find the Gadatsu, so we're definitely going to take that for next turn. We're going to pass back to our opponent here. So if they decide to play something for 4 Dawn, we can just KO it with the Gadatsu. They know we have it now though, so they're probably not going to do that. But they do already have the Parasparrow on board, so at least we are going to be able to target that. I'm going to go and take that hit, get the Katakuri, which isn't too bad. Another decent play. Going to be going 7, which we'll take as well. Unfortunately, trigger the Bage there, which isn't great for us. They got another Parasparrow. Let's go ahead and attack the rested Parasparrow. Fortunately, they are going to be getting quite a bit of hand advantage here. And then let's actually, I think we're going to play the Katakuri here, because they're still going to be at 4 life and they've got the other Parasparrow, so not really any point in not playing this. Let's look at our top life. That's fine. Maybe we should have looked at our opponents. Go ahead and now swing into the Parasparrow. Probably not going to be protecting that one. Then we can start dropping our bombs, which is going to be pretty good for us. Got the Rush Enel, the Big Mom, and then we got multiple Yamatos to keep our life healthy. So as long as they don't play too many 10 moms, we should be okay here. We go ahead and draw the Thunderbolt. So either they not got many targets or they're cooking up some spicy plays here in the following turn. Going to 6 Dawn. So ideally, I'd like them to play a 4-drop, but they do know we have the Gadatsu, so probably not likely. But I don't know. If they're playing something, most lists have cut down on the 4-drop or the 5-drop 7Ks, and they do just play the whatchamacallit, Thunderbolt. We will take this one because if they decide to attack again, we do just kind of get to filter for free. Gonna look at our life, they look at their life, and another beige is not great. No trigger, and then let's go ahead and trash the Ohm, I think is what we're gonna do. I think Ohm's kind of past his due date at this point. And then let us go, let's swing 5 here. Got a low hand size. If they let this go, we'll play the Mom. If not, we might play the Enel. Rush into the Parasparrow. They did play the Bolt, which honestly is pretty good for us. I didn't see what they trashed, but not too bad. Let's go ahead and, since they decided to protect, let's play the NL. See if they want to give us 2 cards for it. I would imagine they don't, but we'll see. I'm okay if they give me 2 cards. They might be thinking maybe they can push for game, but they're not going to be able to because, well, I'm NL. They could get us down to 0 life, but I've got the Yamato to heal back up, and that could also KO the Parasparrow. So if they do try and push to get us down to 0, that's totally okay with me. See, they only got 6 Dawn left. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this one. We want to trigger the body. I think that's fine. We will trigger, trash that, and then we will trash the Gadatsu. Get out another body here. Now let's see if they want to push to get us down to 0 life. Got 6 Dawn left. I can't think of anything else they'd be trying to do here, but we'll see. So yeah, they are going a big swing at our NL. We'll just use the effect trash Yamato, but that's fine because we've still got another Yamato to back us up here. Go ahead and KO, and then we're back at 1 life. So even if they've got like a big mom here, we should be okay. We are going to be on 10 Dawn next turn, so that is something we need to be wary of. But I'm feeling like we're in a pretty okay spot right now. We've got a nice wide board. They've got nothing. We've been able to keep their board pretty clear. So they do have the mom. Let's go ahead and trash. Well, I don't want to keep the mom, actually. Let's go ahead and trash the Sanji. They're going for board. We'll give them a 2K. I don't feel like I'm in range of dying next turn. Let's go 5. We'll go 5. If they counter this, we're just going 7-9, and both those are going through unless they get a trigger. Got them down to 1. And if they have another big mom, am I scared? Like, do I just play this? And then I could swing another 5? I don't know. I don't, because they play the big mom. They're gonna go 5-12, and I'll heal the 1, so I should be fine. Let's do it. See what they decide to do. This way I'm putting as much pressure as possible on my opponent by getting the extra attack in here. They do decide to just take it. 2 cards left in hand. Don't think there's any way they can win here. Maybe I'm missing something, but we should be safe. Okay, they're gonna attack us. Definitely triggering the beige. And then we'll trash the Katakuri to heal. For now, there's like no way they can win. Even if they has a big mom, we've got 1k counter. They did not. So I'm not quite sure what they were gonna try to do there, but yeah, that was a pretty good game for us. A little concerning at the start as we only had top in our hand, but top decking the Shura was able to help us curve out. And honestly, we do want to see our top end monsters in this matchup, so it worked out pretty well for us in the end. So GG's to my opponent. Let's go ahead and try and find another game. Alrighty, we've got a game here against Zoro, and this is a really good matchup for us, so hopefully we get to showcase just how good this matchup is for us, but maybe we'll just get absolutely stomped. We got solid hand here. They are going first. We got 2 Gadatsus. Definitely going to be trying to starve out our opponent here. Don't have any turn 2 plays yet, which is a bit unfortunate, but I think we're going to be okay. Having the multiple Gadatsus is pretty nice for us. Let's go ahead and take this one. We got another Enel, another top end for us. Go ahead and just take these. We got a Holy we can play out now, which ain't too bad. So we're just going to attack into the Nami and then play the Holy. Gonna be our play here. Oh, now we're playing out the Ohm for sure with the 2 bodies out. Great top deck for us. And then we can start playing the Gadatsus. Get another one. Very nice. Great start for us. Should be able to just kind of out-resource our opponent in this one. We'll see though. Maybe I'm gonna make some really egregious misplays. Don't want to count our opponent out just yet. While it is a good matchup for us, there's always things that can happen. So we'll do our best to play the best that we can here. Playing out the Brook to get the 2 Dawn on the Zoro. Got 3 Dawn remaining. Could see like 2 and 1. So 755 or 557. Got the Buggy. So searching out the Jambe. We're going 7, which is fine. We will take. See what our opponent decides to do next. Going to be playing out the Brook. And then they just decide to pass. Interesting. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, in a way, they don't want us to just get the free filter off, which I understand. Let's play the Gadatsu. I'm gonna pop the Buggy because the Buggy has the most potential upside there as it's a 1 cost. So with things like Magra and Makino, that can easily get buffed up. and it's still a 3k just like the other guys here. Honestly, they've got a lot of bodies here. This could get a little sketchy. They can put just a Dawn on them and then we're in a bad spot, but I think we're not going to die. I don't think. That's pretty good. And then we'll trash the Enel. Don't think he's doing a lot of good here. Now we've got a blocker. So yeah, they do have the Makino. Glad we grabbed or KO'd the buggy there. Put an easy 7k swing with that one. Gonna go ahead and block this one. Just block while we've got the chance. Gonna be swinging a 5, which we will counter. And then we could see 2 more 5s. Do have to counter out all these as I don't want to go to 0. But that gives us lots of things to attack into now, which is pretty nice. And then we've got another Gadatsu as well. They do just decide to play the Nami, not wanting to go all in here. Works out for me, saves me another card in hand. I do still have the Gadatsu. Go ahead and start with a 5 at the 3, see if they want to give me some cards. They don't. So another 5 here. It's gonna clear out their board. Maybe I honestly haven't played against Zoro a whole lot, so maybe I'm playing this very wrong, but this seems fine. Honestly, I think I'm okay to start attacking here now. So let's go ahead and get a 6 in or 7 in, and then we can also play out the Shura, getting us just an Ohm there. Now I'm feeling fine. They could have some rushers. They do have a rusher. Try and get us down to 0. But I think we're okay here. They're going to go start with a 7, which I'm going to take. No trigger. You're gonna... Yeah, we'll trash the Katakuri. I don't think he's going to be doing a whole lot for us here. If we do another 7, we are going to counter this one because they might be cooking up some shenanigans with that Nami there. And we'd rather just counter for 2 than if they've got multiple Magros or Makinos. So feeling fine. They're going 8. We'll just give them the 2/2Ks. And the next turn we've got Yamato. Gonna be able to KO either of these. They decide not to attack with the Nami. So it might not be looking great for us since our opponent has 4 life, but if you compare our board to theirs, we're in a great spot right now. They are just going to pass here. And because they are just passing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start just poking the Zoro. See if they want to give me some cards for the Zoro. They don't, which is smart. I'm going to go ahead and just start swinging at their life a couple times. See what they've got cooking there. Might have a trigger here. They trigger the Fire Fist. So not the best for them. Kind of works out for me as I was going to get rid of something on my board anyways. Let's go ahead and do 6. 6. I guess maybe we should, at this point we should have put the one there in case. Well, it doesn't matter. They got the bad manners. Let's just go ahead and play the Yamato KO and we'll pass back to our opponent here. And at this point, I don't think there's any way that we can lose. They need to get 4 hits in here since we get the heal off of our leader. And yeah, they are just going to scoop it up there. So Zoro is a pretty good matchup for Enel just because of the nature of how Zoro works with all their low bodies and the fact that we can just continually heal. They're not able to get the advantage they generate out of playing their cheap bodies isn't as great against us since we're essentially always at 1 life. I feel like Zoro, the way they play is just to get you to 0 early, and then through a combination of like their rush Zoros and Jambes, they just try and finish you off. But with Enel's leader effect, it does counter Zoro pretty handedly, so pretty good matchups for us there. Let's go ahead and try and get one more game. All right, we've got another game against Sakazuki here. Definitely probably the most represented deck in the format right now, so not surprised to be seeing this one again. No mulligan that hand. This one's a little better. Got the Holy, which is pretty good. This matchup is definitely one of the harder ones, but what doesn't have a rough matchup in the Sakazuki, if we're being totally honest? It's just a very oppressive deck in the format right now. I'm gonna go ahead and trigger that, just get as many bodies as we can, and we're gonna hope for the best. Got the Hina there to draw some cards. We've got the Holy, which is pretty nice for us. Let's go ahead and go. We actually got the Gadatsu too, which we could play next turn to KO the Hina, even if they do take this first hit. If they do take the first hit, though, I think I'm not attacking. Okay, they counter. So I am going to still just put pressure on them this way. Don't find the Holy, but we've already got one in the hand, so we'll just play that out. We are getting low on hand size, but we've already got 3 bodies on our board, just trying to put as much pressure on our opponent as we can. Even if they've got the Lucci here, best case scenario, they're getting, getting 2. If they've got Ice Age on the and to attack the one on the Holy, they are swinging, they are reducing the Holy, so we could be seeing the Ice Age here. Could be pretty good for them. I've got the 3 cards in their trash. They do have the Ice Age. This is best case scenario for them. A little unfortunate for us, but very good for them. Let's go ahead and play the Gadatsu, KO, start swinging. Definitely in a worse position already just because they had that Ice Age there. Generally, they're only running 1 to 2 copies of that card, so I was hoping they wouldn't have it yet, but I guess if we can have a baller start, so can they. Can't complain too much. Getting the trigger into the Holy, definitely pretty powerful start for us as well. Gonna be attacking here. I am gonna let it go now. I got my value out of it. Good chance we just see the Gadatsu here get, I don't know, what do we got? Rebecca, Hina, Hound Blaze, big attack at us. Not looking great. Got a small hand size. Only top end we've seen right now is the Katakuri, which honestly isn't the one we'd like to see. But we'll see what our opponent is cooking up, and maybe we can top deck something or get something out of life here that'll help us out in the following turn. I don't think I want to play the Shura at this point. Might try and save it to go on 10 with the Katakuri, just because I don't want to bottom deck my boss monsters, and the only one we can search out is the Enel, so not the best one to search out either. We really want to start seeing like our big moms and the Yamatos. Shoshi trigger's pretty good. There we go. Go ahead and trash the Katakuri, and we'll trash the Sanji. Not doing a lot for us here. Now we can play Katakuri to put the Shoshi back in if they don't get rid of that, which is pretty good. They are going to be Rebecca-ing, grabbing back the Hina on the Shoshi, but they've not got any outs to it. So let's go 6 here. They've only got 4 cards in hand, so maybe we're not in all that bad of a position after all. They do have the TCG on board, which means there's probably a good chance that the Katakuri gets removed here. And because of that, I actually think I'm not going to be attacking the Hina here. Really, I'd like to be getting cards out of their hand rather than attacking their life, but I definitely don't want them to be able to get another Rebecca Hina off. And they've not got another Hina in the trash as of right now, so we are just going to attack their life. I'm gonna go ahead and do this first, I think, though. Let's go ahead and put the Shirahoshi on the top, and then we're gonna attack their life. If they want to take, that's fine, and if they want to counter, that's also fine. Either way is good with me. I just don't want them to get that Hina back in the trash. So we'll see what they end up doing. Between leader effect and the Tashigi, they are able to give -3 here. So maybe we see, like, we could see a Great Eruption into Borsellino. We could, I don't know, maybe we see some more Ice Ages come down and they're able to remove both. But this way, even if they've got another Rebecca, it's forcing them to use more resources. Unless they've just got another Rebecca in hand. So yeah, next turn we've got the Yamato, and we're still at 4 life. We've got some plays. Even at 3, we can KO the Tashigi potentially. So we'd have to go. Good chance we're still gonna have 3 life total between the 2 of us going into next turn. I guess ideally I'd like them to hit me twice, but probably gonna see them swinging into the Gadatsu instead. Try and get some cards out of my hand, which is what we're gonna see here. And I am just gonna let it go. I can't afford to give them all of my hand right now. I've only got 4 cards. They do have another Ice Age. They are playing another Lucci here. But we do have the Yamato, so we can KO the Lucci here, and they've not got a lot of cards in their hand. They are going to attack. We will use the trigger, find some more boss monsters, which is great. And at this point, I am just going to discard the Shura because I don't have the Katakuri anymore, and I would rather have... Okay, so they are going to swing 7 as well. Guess maybe we should have countered the first one. Could counter out, but don't think that's particularly worth it. So we will trigger the Brulee, I guess. It's not too bad. Let's... if we... Yeah, let's play Yamato. That way you get the heal and a KO. Do that. Then we'll just attack for 6 again. Only got 1 Hina right now between trash and board, so just want to keep that on the board. Rather have them attack with it than be able to get the -4 on our Yamato here. Already played 2 Ice Ages, so might be getting difficult for them to remove our big bodies right now. Even so, we've got 2 more here ready to go, so honestly not in a terrible position right now. Gadatsu's kind of useless, so probably just going to be pitching that for counter. Probably getting back... Oh, no, it might be the Lucci here. Draw the Sabo, just want to dig a little deeper. Not a bad idea, gets them a blocker as well. What is fun though is we can actually attack with the Shirahoshi here. Into the Manshari. They are immune to KO effects, but that's fine because I don't have a Thunderbolt right now. Not going to be pushing for game next turn. Let's go ahead and just give him the Gadatsu for this one. Still got Dawn left. They're gonna push a little harder. Gonna kind of force them to try. And then they're probably only just gonna attack with one of these two because they don't want to give us the free filter. They're gonna be swinging with the Hina for 7. Is it worth triggering out another body? Probably. I don't need a big mom. And then if they decide to attack, which they decide not to, they do kind of want me to attack into their Hina here, I bet. Give them some more cost reduction. Go ahead and go 0 into 0 here. We do also have the Katakuri now, which ain't too bad. Allows us to put 2 Dawn and swing for 6s to play around that 6k blocker there, which I think is exactly what we're going to do here. I suppose we could have blocked with the Brûlée, but I don't know. Forces them to remove it later rather than our board. Only got 3 cards in hand. Go ahead and do it again. Maybe they'll block with the Becca here. Still got the Yamato. Imagine they're not attacking with the Sabo. Then surely they block the Becca on this one. Can't imagine they take it, but maybe they want to see the card. They do. That's fine as well. Bounce the Brûlée back to hand, but that's a Houndblaze that's not in their hand, and we're just gonna put the Shoshi back in life. This way we can dig for like an Amaru or something to help us push for game. They attack into the Satori, we probably just let it go. No point in giving them cards out of our hand for that. I think we're in a pretty good spot. We've got another Yamato. Got some counter. Still got 2 life. Can dig with the Shoshi. Forced them to use the Houndblaze trigger. Guess they didn't have to, but they chose to. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this one. Trigger. Mail trash. These 2. Another 2k is nice. They still gotta get 3 hits through. Let's do this, heal. I don't know, I might just make them kind of go for it. They're definitely trying to go for it. We can get up to 12 right now, so even if they split this Dawn, we should be able to counter out of that. Ooh, beige is nice. Just gonna put that here, and then we'll trash the Brûlée. 7 Dawn left. Sakazuki can't attack. Even if we didn't have that trigger, or it was just another 2k, we were totally fine too, but hey, we'll take it. Now they're probably just keeping the Sabo up here. Guess maybe they're hoping they got another blocker would be best case scenario for them. They are swinging. What if that's like double? They go 6, 7, 8. I still counter out of that. Let's take it. Another beige. They're gonna go for it. Let them go for it. Going 7. Yeah, we're good. GG's to my opponent. So, able to get all the games we played today here on the ranked sim, which is pretty cool to see. Again, I will hopefully remember to link that down in the video description if you would like to try that out for yourself. Been having a lot of fun on here. It's been a good way to get some practice in for Nats, as it's just a little bit more of a competitive environment, and you don't run into the Mimi decks as often, which was often a little bit annoying for me when I was trying to record and get, I want to get some somewhat competitive games in, as ultimately I am a pretty competitive player and want to showcase, decks competitively. So been having a lot of fun there. definitely been nice for recording as well. Just getting some good experience in as well. Great place to learn if that's something you're looking to do. But yeah, that's gonna wrap things up for today's video. Maybe I'll go ahead and show my stats here at the end as well. Let's go ahead and pull those up real quick. So we played 4 games with Enel. We were able to win all 4. I've only played 5 games this season, but the 4 most recent ones were the ones I played with Enel. So we're 100% win rate right now. We are ranked 353, which isn't too bad, I would say. So again, as always, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below if you want to see more content like this in the future. We do weekly market watches, and I'm trying to get back into the swing of things with sim gameplay as well as tabletop gameplay. But, you know, also have a full-time job, so it can be hard to get all of that done every week. So doing my best and hoping as I continue to do content creation, I'll become a little more efficient and be able to start pushing out content more consistently. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.